Now, this was a spicy episode, man. Spicy. Not only did the events that happened, but also the events that also happened in the past that made this episode very spicy. Like, man, Paul, man. They might as well call Paul Butcher Pete. And if you don't know the song Butcher Pete, it's two parts of it. The guy just chopping up all the women's meat. That's who Paul is. But right now he's in the doghouse. So it is winter, a very cold, harsh winter, by the way. Not as harsh as the ones that go in the capital, but it's pretty harsh for a countryside. And things just seem to be going well. Zenith is pregnant. And I'm not surprised there, especially the fact what Paul and they've been doing almost every freaking episode. I'm not surprised. But the true surprise is someone else is pregnant, and that's freaking Lilia. And they're like, who's the father? Everyone was singing it, but no one wanted to say anything. Everyone knew who the father was. Paul, man. Paul. Man, you need to get bonked on the head off the horny jail with you. Anyways, with jokes aside, this is a very interesting family meeting matter. And actually, no, before I get into that, let me talk about how I really wanted an opening. I want an opening. This is probably my favorite anime of the season, based on my favorite light novel of all time. And we're hearing the music to the opening, but we're not getting no opening. Just like ReZero, you know how episodes we're already in ReZero Part 2 of Season 2? Still no opening. Maybe what Chibi said, maybe they didn't want to show the opening because it has a lot of spoilers in it. But they didn't want to spoil anything for us. Fine, whatever. Just make it happen, man. Okay? Please? Well, anyways, back to the main topic at hand. They had a family meeting, and how it went was the only way it could go, in a way. Paul couldn't say anything. In a situation like this, a guy can't say anything. Because they'll just come out as a terrible excuse. So, Zeno just said, be quiet. She was too frustrated. She wanted to leave, go. Because, believe it or not, Zenith is actually, they didn't mention this, I believe, I don't think they did, is that she's part of the religion of Millis. Why do you think she's the only one that prays when they eat their food? Millis is almost like Christianity to us. And they're very strict when it comes to relationships, how you're only allowed to have one partner your entire life. Meaning you can't remarry or have multiple partners. So what happened here, she really improvised, She just wanted to pack her bags and leave and be off on her own with her son, or probably kick Lilia out. But it's a harsh snow, so if Lilia has her child and she's out there in harsh snow time and she has that baby with a bunch of monsters and bandits, she won't be able to defend herself like that. So of course, it's just, you send her off like that. You're pretty much sending her off to her death. You're giving her her own slow execution, her and her child. So of course you can't do that. And plus, Rudy comes in to he pretty much saves Lilia, and it's a good thing he did too. He pretty much realized what Lilia did for him. Every time he was slipping up or he needed something, she would always be there to help him out with it. She was like the second mother. And then, of course, she also hid the fact that Rudy has had the holy artifact with him, the holy relic. So, of course, he wanted to help her out, And, of course, Paul also helped him out with Selphie, but he dug his own grave. Just like Rudy said, he dug his own grave. There's no saving him right now, so he had to make sure it's all Paul's fault. The only way to get Lilia to stay is for Zenith to feel more sorry, more pity for Lilia than anybody else right now, by making Paul look like the total bad guy in a situation. And of course, she had put up with it. Now, what they probably didn't say which they put into is how Lilia didn't just become the maid. Now, at this moment, she also became the second wife. In this world, polygamy is a thing. You know, you're allowed to have more than two wives, or more than one wife in this world. So that being said, Lilia does become the second wife in the household. So she really does truly become part of the family. But I don't think they mention that in the book really until later on. Probably. Can't remember. It's been a while. Anyways, that being said, now let's take a look into these backstories of Lilia and Paul. Let's start off with Paul. Paul is from a noble family. Nobles are known to be very unique people. They have certain acquired tastes that a lot of people see immoral. So they're known to do very bad things to people in that world. Even when it comes to their relationships, all kinds of weird fantasies and kinks. Paul was farmless. Even though he's ex-noble, he was still from a noble lineage, however. So because of this, while he was sword training at a school, he also met Lilia there. And when he did, he pretty much attacked her, yes. And then he felt guilty and ran off. So Paul has always been a scumbag because it's his loyal blood. His noble blood caused him to be that way, in a way. And not only that, but throughout his time, even as an adventurer, he even starts messing around with other women, until he finally settled down with Zenith, and then so on and so forth. You know the rest of the story. Now let's talk about Lilia's side of the story. She was graduated and became pretty good at being the water god style of sword fighting. And she was supposed to guard a certain princess, which will be seen to the future. But however, she injured her leg, and because she seemed deemed useless, she was abandoned, and she had to go look for work. Luckily, she called up Paul and asked to become their maid, and the rest is history. So now we got top with the dates, with everything that happened. I don't think they mentioned Lilia's past, with how she was one of the bodyguard or anything like that. I just want to let you guys know that. A little fun fact. So now they're all together. So with that being said, we also get to see the two adorable new sisters that Rudius has, Norm and Aisha. Man, there's so much I want to talk about these two, man. Norm is someone you grow to like. As the show goes on, you'll grow to like her. If you read the books, the light novel, the web novels, yes, because the light novels aren't all the way here. They're only up to volume 9 or some, I believe. If you read the web novels, you'll grow to like Norm. And when it came to Aisha, you'll just like her from the start. And with that being said, you'll see how those two dynamics start to intertwine, go off. And another thing I want to talk about this series is how it reflects, how it repeats itself. With, that saying, different people, same stage, same play. It's the same play, but you have different faces. Oh, it's different faces, same play. So let's just say, put like that, how Mushoku Tensei is, where you'll see certain characters in a situation from the past, but then you'll see other characters in that same exact situation, but you'll see if it will be handled differently or not. It will be handled worse or handled better. It all determines on the people on the play. So, like I was saying, in this volume 1, believe it or not, you'll see recurrence of it later on. I mean, way later on into the series of volume 1. You'll be surprised. History will repeat itself with certain characters. Now, without that mild spoiler, let's go on to the rest of the episode. He is supposed to go to school, apparently. He's at the age where Paul kind of dusted off, and really is thinking, what should he do now, He's seeing Selphie and how more advanced she's becoming at magic and stuff. But he is kind of in a rut. He doesn't know what to do. So he's thinking about probably going to school. But of course, Sophie's freaking out because that's her only friend. And it goes deeper than that. Everyone else treat her badly. She didn't have anyone else but Rudius. Rudius helped her in a way where even the parents could not help her. And so because of that, she sees him in a higher standard than everybody else. So there's that. So because of that, him going will freak her out. So he says, what's the point of going? Then he receives a letter from Roxy saying how she's getting better by working hard. And also at the same time, she wants him to go to improve his magic by going to an academy. So now he's being more pushed into going to the academy, but he doesn't leave Sophie behind. So he gives his thing to Paul. He wants to go with Sophie by earning a job. And Paul does agree, but there's something else he also said. This is where another character comes in. I've been saying her name wrong the entire time. Turns out the S is silent in her name, and Guyline. I always say Gasline or something like that, but no, it's Galen. It's Galen. I didn't know, okay? When you're reading these things, you're not good with certain pronunciations. I knew the freaking S is silent in that, okay? Who knew the S was silent? But yeah, her name is Galen, so thank God this entire time, after all these years, I've been saying it incorrectly. Man. Damn. Oh well, live and learn. So she shows up, the first beast person you'll see, but you'll see plenty more throughout the show. Paul starts to fight Rudius. For a very important reason. He even knocks him out. Why? Because Rudius is kind of like Subaru. Somehow, even though he is not that strong or impressive, he finds ways to get people on his side. He knows how to persuade people, swindle them on his side. He's just that good of a smooth talker. So that's why people are very careful of not letting Subaru talk or giving him the chance to talk, because he might persuade them in their personal goal, because Subaru's that good. Rudy's also that good. He knows how to argue his way out of conversations. So there's that. So he fought him to knock him out, and now he's on his new adventure. So the thing I like about this series is that it makes you think it's going one way, but then it completely makes another turn. Like, oh, it's going the other way instead. That's one reason why I like this series so much. It really does succeeds and subverts your expectations in a way, but not in a bad way, but in a good way. So with that being said, I believe that at the end of this episode, not only that, but it took them 4 episodes to actually cover one volume. You could say a little bit of stuff from the next volume. The next episode is also part of volume 1. It is, but come on, man, come on. It's just a little bit of sprinkle. It's just a little conversation in a carriage. But besides that, yeah, entire volume 1 is done in 4 episodes. Not bad. Good job, Studio Bind. So yeah, man, it was nice, a nice little episode. I'm glad people are enjoying this. In fact, in week 2 of Anime Trending, it is now in the 2nd place. People are loving this. They're loving this more than ReZero and other isekais. Right now, this is the most watched and most loved isekai right now, man. It's hot. I was expecting it to have more of a controversy of people trying to cancel it. But guess not. People did try to talk to the writer. I follow him on Twitter, and he ain't having it. I already replied to him and saying what to do, and he already said he ain't having it. So, dude, he don't care. So, good job for my man right there. So anyways, I'm going to end this video, man. I got stuff to do. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and of course, hit that bell icon. This has been Madcrownxox on Madman, signing out.